this is my brother's truck, and it's an old school truck, Silverado 1500, 90s. It's in pretty good shape. It's got a 5-liter V8. It's got the short bed. He has a bed liner, but this guy he's getting rid of. But anyway, it's a pretty small bed, but metallic paint. But this is how they were old school. Small exhaust pipes. Got your little step-up things here. Good tires. Traditional wheels. And it is a standard height, so this truck is about 6 feet tall. That's good for loading because you don't want... You see trucks that are modern and they're so tall that you can't really do anything with them. So this one's not like that. So easy to open bed. No assist opening, but that's big enough. I mean, if you're obviously on a construction site or doing like actual commercial work, you might need something else. But as far as a little truck just to do little things around the house and whatnot, it's good. Bed is solid. Steel. This is steel. So got your fuel cap there, but then you have your step ups here and here. This is a very thoughtful design. You got your step up right there, got your trailer hook up there, and yeah, truck stuff. Got your old school Silverado. There's another step up here. Go ahead and pop the hood. Already done it, but that's how you do it. And that door closes like a typical 90s car. One thing I do like about this truck is that the fact that the hood thing never wears out. So those are original hood hinges right there. So, and then you got your old school under the hood lamp, and then you got your longitudinal 5-liter V8. It doesn't make a lot of noise. You can rev it up a little bit, and so he's got to replace a belt on it, a big air box there, but there's tons of room underneath this engine. So this will be a good, you know, homeowner's truck, personal kind of work truck. So you can go to Lowe's, get your sod, you know, you can work on it yourself. I guess this is an optional battery bay because his battery's over here, but there's just tons of room, so you could work on this engine yourself. The belts are right there. You take off that fan hood, a couple things, and you can change the plug wires and valve cover gaskets relatively easily. Got your fuse box there, so there's nothing that's really hidden. Go ahead and get in. These doors open pretty wide, as you can see, so no worries about step in. Got your traditional parking brake there. When you rev it up, you don't hear a whole lot now. Oh my gosh, I don't know how you cut this radio down. Anyway, it does have an airbag on both sides, so that's cool. Got your lights here. Got the traditional cloth seats. You see the carpet down there is kind of coming down, but you have AC, all the things you need. Got your headlights. You got your back seat, not much to it. So it is a neat little truck. These seats are nice. This has some good cushioning in it. And there are, you know, good amenities here. There are 2 power outlets, one here, and then, I don't know, maybe a little spare keyhole for the old 90s keys. There's a cup holder here, so that's pretty neat. And it's still, look, all this stuff is stock. The only thing that's not is this. You do have a small glove compartment here. This is back when, in 98, you know, where airbags took up most of the glove compartment space. So And then you have very small cubbies there. So you got your grab handles. It does have power locks and doors and windows, so that's neat. And it does have pretty large windows, so you know. And then up here, you have a bevy of things. You have a sunglass holder here. I don't know what this is. So I guess you have your garage door opener that can fit in there. You know, here's another little holder that doesn't come down very far for additional sunglasses. And then you have your dome lights as well. So yeah, that's about it. Believe it or not, there are 3 seat belts back here. So there's one here, there's a little floppy one in the middle, and one over there. And you have these, which makes no sense. Obviously, this rear glass is fixed. It's an old school truck, but then you have speakers like right there, and then one right here. And then you have one right there. There's nothing in there, which is weird. As you can see, my brother put the old carpet. So this seat can be folded down. You know, I'm not gonna do that because there's a ton of stuff here, but it can be folded down. And there's not a ton of room back here. I'll get in. This is the front seat moved up all the way. So if you needed to have 4 people in here, we'll go ahead and close this door. You could. I'm 6'1", so this is my room here. So this seat is kind of moved back a bit, but I mean, there's no leg room, but you know, my feet aren't super cramped and I could sit back here for a short while. The bench is short. Back here you do have, you know, a little tray here, cup holder here, so that's neat. You got your pockets back here. Kind of an interesting setup. You have just an open little area there, a little cigarette and cubby thing over there. It's got power seats to move forward, or the lumbar thing. Does it have power seats? Alright, so when you get in this truck, oh man, you'll notice that you do ride a bit higher than standard cars. I mean, it's not super high, but you know, it is a good ride height. So you go ahead and crank it up. Sounds like a standard V8. Alright, so it does have the column shifter. So we'll just take it on a drive. But this truck, it rides like a truck. It just feels like an old school truck. In that you can kind of tell it's a lumbering vehicle a bit. It does rock side to side a little bit more than new trucks do. And it's not as car-like. It's definitely not as car-like in its drive. The ride is comfortable. This truck has 90,000 miles as far as I know. It's pretty much stock. It has a suspension that is, you know, like a typical truck. It does have some give to it. And when you ride over little bumps, you really don't feel it. The tires do offer some good cushion. You got your V8. It doesn't feel underpowered. You're not going to tow a ton with this truck just because it's a 98 5-liter. So, I mean, it does have some get up and go. I would probably say it's as fast as the average car today. Unloaded. Ooh, it's a solid truck though. It doesn't have a ton of squeaks and rattles. So, you know, this truck isn't fast by any means. Like I said, it's about as fast as a standard car. It is a bit louder when you get on it. But like I said, those exhaust pipes are kind of small, so they don't let out a lot of noise. It's not as loud as a, you know, new 5-liter, you know, V8. It does have, you know, a interesting cubby system to where you have this that kind of lifts up here, and then you have this part that opens up here, which is a good little cubby area. You can put your phone in there. You have cup holders here, which I didn't show you earlier. 90s trucks are a good option. You know, they're not great on gas, but again, you're just going to be doing little things around town. They give you the actual practical utility that modern trucks don't give you, with the height, you know, and the cost of just like oversized tires that you never go off-roading with. They're just not worth it to me. They're really show pieces and comfort vehicles that, you know, but you're not going to be towing a ton with this vehicle. Maybe a little small U-Haul trailer, but no horse trailers or anything like that. So, but that's fine. And this truck brakes pretty good. But in closing, I guess I will say, if you get a chance to drive or pick up one of these old school trucks, do it, man. They're so much fun. And this truck, even though it doesn't have a ton of pickup, you feel like you're in a truck. You hear the rumble of the V8 engine. It's a very simple V8 engine. You know, you can put conventional oil if you want to in it. You know, you don't have to put high-end spark plugs. You know, you can just beat it up and it'll keep going. And it's a steel truck, you know. It doesn't have, you know, an aluminum hood, aluminum bed, things that can kind of get damaged over time that way. Or, you know, if somebody bumps into it with a shopping cart, yeah, you would chip the paint, but it wouldn't like freaking crease the body of the truck.